Shut that off. Okay, need advice on my parents. Hello, Billy Badass. First of all, I'm a huge fan of... Look at all these compliments this week. I usually get shit. Huge fan of the podcast and all the work that you do. Thank you. Even though it was a long time ago, I liked your acting in Breaking Bad. I liked your acting in Breaking Bad. I guess because when you go back in time, most of the stuff I did sucked. I don't even know what that means. Anyways, now moving on. I am writing today for advice about my parents. I grew up most of my life in the Midwest and moved to Washington, D.C. about a year ago for work. My parents are still living in the Midwest and do not seem to have much going on these days. Okay. Seems like they're getting close to retiring. I'm busy with work most days and am always out and about working out and socializing with friends. I used to love spending time with my parents and hanging out with them, but now it seems that whenever they call me, they want me to work on something. I feel is dumb and annoying, like double-checking my taxes, looking at how my IRA is doing, going to get a corona test even though I'm as healthy as can be, registering to vote, making sure I'm wearing my mask every day, etc. They're just being parents, man. It's not like they're asking you for money because they're at home drinking a jug of wine every night. I feel as though I never want to answer the phone because it's always negative news. Oh, I see, okay. Whenever they do call, and I know it sounds bad, but their calls often ruin my otherwise good days. Since it's gotten so bad lately, I have thought about cutting off my ties with them. Jesus Christ. But do not think this is a good situation. Yeah, no, don't do that. Do you have any suggestion on how to work this out with them? I want to stay in touch with them, but their constant worrying and nagging is driving me nuts. Thanks, and have a good day. Well, you need to communicate that with them. Just say, Mom, Dad, I love you guys to death. Thank you for raising me. I just need to discuss our relationship. And you just talk about how you feel that it is in the way that you would like it. I would really enjoy if you would just call up just to say hello. Can we just talk about a game? I understand that I'm always going to be your baby, so you're always going to be worrying about me. But, like, my taxes are done. I got my IRA. I'm wearing a mask. I am fine. I'm adult. I know how to take care of myself. Can we please talk about, just call up and hang, shoot the shit, be friends, man. I would go, communication. It's always the best thing. And when you communicate, you got to make sure that you're not insulting the person. You got to you can't, I learned that. You can't communicate. But every fucking time you call me, it's just like, oh, why don't you do your, you can't do that. You just have to say, and I actually found myself the other day when you called thinking about not answering the phone call, which is a major red flag to me because you're my parents and I love you guys. So we obviously need to clear this part of our relationship up. I think it's an easy thing. And you know what? They're going to go back. They'll be good for a couple and they'll start to go back. And then you can just be like, Dad, Mom, like, here we go again. I think you should do that, but you should never cut your parents out of your life. All right? Unless it's just, something, I don't know. I don't want to discuss the topics on why you would do that, but for what you're talking about, no, this is something that can be worked out. All right. Girlfriend wants my mom to die. I mean, I just had to pause there and take that sentence in. Girlfriend wants my mom to die. Dear Billy Blue Balls. So I've been seeing this lady for almost 6 months now. Well, I'll tell you this right now. Reading that title, if you see her for 7 months, you're the worst son ever. We really fit well together and have grown really close. But one thing is she's got a huge problem with my ma. She thinks my mom is the most evil, selfish person in the world. Wait, and you already know that 6 months in? You got to pull the ripcord, buddy. And I got to say, she's made me realize that my mom can be fake and manipulative sometimes. Yep, and now she's breaking you down. You're going to have Stockholm Syndrome soon. You need to get out of this. But she recently said she wishes my mom was dead, and I just froze. I don't wish that at all. I know she has her problems, but like, holy tits, that was over the line, especially since she knows that I really only had my mom when my dad left us when I was a kid. Yeah, you got to dump this. This woman's a piece of shit, and everything she's accusing your mother of, dude, she's doing to you. She's manipulative, and now she's fucking with your brain. And you know what? Rather than just kind of going down the field, taking 2 yards here, 3 yards, she threw the fucking bomb. I wish your mom was dead. She went for the fucking end zone. She went for the kill shot, right? Incomplete. Was not caught, and you just froze. You slapped it out of the fucking air like a shutdown corner, right? And now you know what to do. He goes, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to do, Bill. I feel like I'm caught between these two significant people in my life right now, and it's making me crazy. Hopefully you see this and have a nice fucking day. Yeah, buddy. I mean, you're 6 months in to this relationship, and she just said she wishes your mother was dead. Okay? She's a fucking psycho. She's a fucking piece of shit. The woman you're dating is a fucking piece of shit. No one should ever say that. 20 years into a marriage with the worst mother-in-law ever. I get it. But even then, you gotta say, I can't say this. This is this person's mom. The fact that she said that, dude, you know, judgment for the defendant. Dump her. Dump her. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I mean, what in the fuck could she possibly be doing that would warrant that statement? And this is you're 6 months in. She's supposed to still be pretending that she's a cool person. You're supposed to still be pretending that every time for the rest of your life you're going to pull the chair out when she goes to sit down. You know, she's just starting to show you who she is, and she said, I wish your mom was dead. Just thank you, lucky stars, that you didn't fucking marry this chick, you didn't have kids with her, and all of this shit. Because, you know, what do you think's going to happen? Eventually, if she's not fucking happy in a relationship with you, and you guys are married, you got kids, and your lives are all entangled, and all of a sudden she starts wishing you were dead. Huh? And then out of nowhere, she wants to cook for you every night, and everything has an almond aftertaste. Yeah, get rid of her. That is completely unacceptable statement, and you're a child of divorce, so you probably don't have the boundaries that you need to have. And that is a boundary that was crossed, and she cannot cross back over. That is some Benedict Arnold shit, and she needs to walk the plank. Good day, sir. It's just my gut feeling. All right, overrated/underrated. Underrated. Having a plan for your funeral. I 100% agree with that. Fuck. All right. Hey, Billy Ballbag. I was listening to the cast backs on the Thursday afternoon. Just before Monday morning podcast from last week. I've turned 28 last week, and I've already known my funeral plans down to the finer details for the past 10 years. Bit of background. I grew up in my childhood household with my grandmother, a now 93-year-old lady who was brought up in her childhood in England during World War II. Oh, so she's tough as nails. Morbid topics like death since I was young were never far off the table. So for sure, I think we're one of the minority who can face the ultimate guarantee in this life, death. My friends think I'm weird when I tell them if a song has changed, what I want played as the curtains close. Cremation all the way. I mean, in another 100 years, who's coming to see my headstone with the toothbrush and some bleach to see my name through the moss and the weeds? Anyway, or what party song I want on entrance to my wake to lighten the mood. Music. You know what? I had a relative die, and he picked all the music, and it was really cool. And I got to see the love that he had for the woman in his life and his kids and all that by the music that he chose. I thought it was really cool. So I think this is all cool. Entrance to the crematorium Elvis Presley, An American Trilogy. I don't think I know that song. Guest exiting cremation, Elvis Presley, If I Can Dream, from the NBC 68 comeback special. Dude, this is the shit. Guest entering the wake, the cult, She Sells Sanctuary. This should be a fucking thing. DJ music during wait. 70s, 80s, rock, Motown, cheese, room classics only. Song, Whilst Ashes Are Scattered Over the Snow-Filled Mountains Somewhere in Europe. Fleetwood Mac, Landslide. Assets and Will. All my collections of set lists from concerts. Sam, that's his brother. Photography equipment. Donate to a local college for students to use. Laptop is going to Stuart, his best friend. Trust him to dispose of anything inappropriate and keep everything from my photography traveling the world. Car, Mazda Miata, MK3, to his buddy Dan, friend who was an absolute petrol head, hoping he would tune it up in his workshop and enjoy it till he left it in a bumping heap on a track day.